Yeah, it's been an unhappy day for me. It's an unhappy day. I'm eating chocolates, and I just had some knickknacks. I don't know about talking about anything. It's just going to be some sort of thoughts, personal thoughts on an unhappy day. And so I'm just sitting here watching the rain. So maybe I should just. I bought some sweets just to. Because it's a stress thing. It's like having some sweets. I got fries chocolate creams. I bought a pack of 3, so I'm eating some fries chocolate creams. The coffee I got is a Costa coffee today. I'm going to put my other glasses on because I don't know how long I'm going to be here. Maybe I'll be here for a while. I won't be able to edit this for a while because my desktop, the computer, is problematic. When I got up this morning, the computer, it was off. So, alright, if it's off, then maybe it's gone to sleep. Maybe it's hibernating. Maybe it's gone to sleep. It's sleeping. So I just smack when it's in sleep, I just smack the right-hand return key. There's things happening at the airport. There's 2 C-130Hs which have been taxiing around, Air National Guard ones. So I'm not sure if it's taking off or what, or taxiing around or taxiing back. One's shut down his engines. Taxied out and shut down his engines. Could be the weather. They both came transatlantic yesterday. One's moving around. There it goes. I wonder if that's going transatlantic. Let me try and get the flight radar up and see where that one's going. There's 2 on the field. That one is going. It just says not available. Its destination is not. They're both H models. This is 91-1232. That's its reg, and the US reg. I believe they're Air National Guard ones rather than US Air Force, aren't they? I mean, they're H models, so they're older ones. Yeah, this morning. So I thought my machine was the desktop. No, I got a big, powerful powerhouse desktop. Although this last full rebuild was 6.5 years ago, it's still a decent machine these days. I mean, I've upgraded the graphics card and a couple of hard drives. 4 hard drives since then? Now if I put my coffee there like I normally do, it's going to be in the screen, isn't it? So this morning, I normally hit the bottom right hand, because I got the 104, the big full-size keyboard, and I hit the right-hand return key, the actual enter key, because the enter key and return key are different keys, but they both do the same things these days. So I hit the enter key, and machine wouldn't come on. But I remembered later that apparently I didn't leave it doing nothing, so it would have gone into sleep. What I've been doing for the last few months, is Christmas time. Is when I go to bed, is I'll put on I was going to say flight radar, not flight radar, webcam feed from YouTube. You got your Circle Line ones. I'd use them a lot, but the one I've been using the most is the Willow Grove weather cam, because there's a place in Willow Grove Weather Centre, northeast Philadelphia, because there's a webcam there outside of someone's house, and I put that on at full screen, and just as like background when I'm going to sleep. I mean, they've got an alarm when there's different things, so I have to mute it because they got that alarm on there. But if there's no alarm on there, sometimes you get weather sounds or birds tweeting or something. That's what I just do. So when the webcam is on the screen and it's just being broadcast from YouTube, just on YouTube, the machine does go into sleep, and that's what I did last night. So, or early this morning, because I was streaming Kerbal early this morning, last night. So I was live streaming Kerbal myself. The Kerbal Space Program. I do that on the other channel. So I woke up and I thought, oh, must have gone to sleep, but it didn't wake up. It didn't wake up, nothing worked. Nothing worked at all, and I was a bit panicky then because I've got so many projects and so many things on my machine. On the desktop, I can't lose it. I can't lose it. I left it on the webcam last night and it shouldn't have shut down. So I was off this morning. So I cleared some space, moved the case on its side. I couldn't clear the CMOS. I moved the battery. I did because it was just the most accessible. It was most accessible. I moved the battery, stuck it back in. Yeah, that didn't make any difference. It made no difference at all. It made no difference at all. The machine wouldn't come on. So I tried to get other access, and what I eventually did is I pulled the CPU power cables, the 8-pin and the 4-pin. So if it starts up with those two disconnected, it'll give you errors. The CPU isn't working, but at least it would start up, and that would indicate whether it's a power supply, a motherboard, or a CPU issue, wouldn't it? It's just more evidence. And the fact is, it still did the same thing even with the CPU powers connected. I mean, the main motherboard power was still connected, but the two CPU pins, the 8-pin and the 4-pin, were disconnected. So. And it did the same thing. So that indicates, I believe, a power supply problem. I've had that once before, where I've had a machine that just died when it was doing nothing. It wasn't in hibernation before, and it just died, and that was the power supply then. But that was, how long ago was that? That was 20 years ago. That's 20 years ago. Well, that happened. So it's happened before with me. So I reckon it's the power supply. So I've ordered a new power supply. Of course, it's not 100% that it is the power supply, but it's likely to be the power supply. So I've ordered a new power supply. So it means I've got no desktop now, and all my work. And the university got back to me. They gave me a login for their online system, but I couldn't log in for some reason. That didn't work, so I can't contact them now because I mean, it's Sunday, so maybe tomorrow, Monday. I went up to Curry's to see if they had any power supplies. No, in the off chance, obviously they didn't have any power supplies. They don't stock that sort of parts. The only things they stock is like keyboards, mice, peripherals. Or they'll sell gaming PCs. They won't sell individual parts. They don't sell individual parts. I mean, they'll sell external hard drives, but not internal hard drives. Yeah, we don't have any computer stores over here. Novatech used to be brilliant. Novatech in Cardiff used to be absolutely brilliant. You could order stuff online, just drive straight in and pick it up. Anything, all the high-end gear. One of the hard drives I actually bought from Novatech many years ago when I had a rebuild in the past is still in my machine. And that was the next one earmarked to be replaced. Yeah, but I had a bit of a meltdown this morning when I couldn't get it on because in a panic. Because I thought I was, what's the word? Catastrophizing, whatever the word is. Overthinking. So that's my story today, and I'm just sitting here with watching the rain. I can't carry on my video editing, and I can't do anything. I got my desktop machine. I should talk about the specifications of my desktop. And probably some of the audience are not going to don't really care, are they? I think most people don't really care. So I got 6 hard drives in there. I got 6 hard drives. 6 hard drives. I got a Blu-ray writer. Motherboard is a Asus X570 Prime Pro. Asus Prime X570 Pro. That's what motherboard is. And the CPU is an AMG 3950X, which is a 16-core, 32 thread. Oh, that thing's brilliant. It's brilliant. I know I could replace it with a newer one, but it's just a brilliant CPU that just chews on everything I throw at it. I mean, I could have upgraded to the 5950. That was one of my plans when the 5950 came out. But yeah, I can't do that now. The prices have gone staggering. And of course, if I need a whole new motherboard now. Of course, I reset the CMOS, so I'm going to have to go through everything on the flipping CMOS. I think I've got a profile saved on the CMOS. Maybe I could just, I'll just restart the profile. Hopefully it'll be okay, but we'll find out. We'll find out tomorrow. I've got the power supply coming before 10. I paid for extra for faster delivery. So it'll probably be here by tea time. Even though I paid for before 10 a.m. I don't know, I'll just be pessimistic. Pessimistic, that's the word I was looking for earlier. Pessimistic. I could zoom in on the camera. But is it focusing on the buildings, or is it focusing on the fence? Don't know if I'll ever get to go over there again. Might not work there again. I mean, because my life is going off in a new direction now with university and that. Anyway. Yeah, the rest of my specs. So I got 5 hard drives. So 2 hard drives are 3.5-inch spinners. That's the 3 terabyte and the 4 terabyte and the 8 terabyte. I got the 256 gigabyte, which is the old Scorpio, the 2.5-inch Scorpio. I got a 1 terabyte and a 500 gigabyte SSD, and I got the M2 drive, which is the operating system. I mean, is that all the drives? And then I got the Blu-ray writer. I got Blu-ray writer. The case is a PC6077, a Lee & PC6077, which is a brilliant case back in the day, but now I've got the motherboards have increased in size, and it's just trying to cram everything in there is a bit difficult these days, but things do fit in. And the power supply was a Corsair AX1000. I think that's what's died it. So I've ordered an RM1000X, which is like the replacement for it. So it should slot in, and I should be able to just push the power cable straight in and not have to disconnect them. No, from the drives and that. But though on first boot I might disconnect a bunch of the drives, just so that we can make sure it's a power supply and it boots up. I really don't need this right now. I really don't need that. I didn't need to, it's the last thing I need in my life is a machine to have a problem. last thing I need in my life at the moment. You know, things just seem to be going well. I seem to be getting my life back on track and things getting together. Just getting my life back together. Going to university, and going to university would be good because I'll see if I can still go and still secure the funding. I don't even know about that if I can. I bought fig rolls. Because one of the things about university is I can get a whole new... Everything that's gone wrong in my life, I'm going to put behind me because I've had so many things gone wrong in my life and so many things... My life has just been destroyed on a regular basis. I want a whole new career, a whole new set of people to learn, to get to know, and new acquaintances, and a whole new direction of life. Fig roll. Fig roll. What's it on in front of the camera? We'll have to do this more often. I'm enjoying the fig rolls. Figgy rolls. Baked pastry with fig paste filling. With me not being on camera, it means I don't have to worry so much about stuff being stuck in my tooth. Because I have to scrape things out my tooth, and I don't have to when I'm not on camera. What else are we doing today? I fed my cat just before I came out, so she'll be okay tonight. I might go back and see her later. But I think I'll go to my mother's house and just sit and do some sewing. Because my sewing things are at my mother's house. In some other videos, I've briefly touched on how I feel as if my body is a vehicle sometimes and I'm just piloting. And the outside world feels distant and not... It doesn't feel like I'm inside the outside world. There was different situations where I feel different. Like when I was in Hong Kong, for instance, not in the city, I was in the airport and just sat there on the floor staring out the window, and it just felt different. There was an amazing feeling, just sat there. I think the weather and the air pressure and things might have had something to do with it. Where I'm going with this is that the computer means a lot to me. I mean, a lot of the material things means a lot to me. Like, I've had the car 14 years and I keep my phones. Like, I've got 3 phones going. I got my mother's old phone because I needed a camera. And then when my Pixel 4 had issues, I started bringing my Pixel 3 back online. You know, because I get really, really attached to material goods. They're part of me. They're more pets than pets, or I don't know. Part of me, I think, is a good way of putting it. The material things are a part of me. The phones and the desktop, particularly. It's my home. Other people don't seem to feel like this. They don't seem to have the same reaction. I'm leaning forward a little so I can just use my phone, just touch my phone, my Pixel 3 that's by there. Yeah, it's a part of me, and when I'm on the desktop, I'm moving the mouse around. The mouse pointer is me because I got the custom mouse pointer, and the mouse pointer is me, and it's like my home. It's not just a place for my projects. I've personalised everything. Like, I've got every bloody USB port on my machine used up from something. I didn't even... Just looking this morning. What do they all do? I mean, I got the USB scanner. I got 2 monitors. I got the one cable extension that goes to my headset. I got another the one USB port around the back. I got an extension plugged into that comes around the front, which is for charging the phone and downloading pictures as well. I got the two front USBs as well. What I was saying though, it's like my home, and everything I do is on there. It's not just social media. I got my video projects, editing videos for 4 YouTube channels. Actually, I got 5 YouTube channels. One of them I'm not really doing anything with at the moment, and I probably might just get rid of it. So that's why I've been saying 4 YouTube channels. Is it 4? Yes, 4. So I got a normal one. Normal one which is just games now, and I got aviation, driving, and this one. I live stream. I play games myself. I listen to podcasts. I got numerous, a whole plethora of Python projects, and I have a couple of C# projects. The C# projects are for Kerbal modifications, mods for Kerbal Space Program. Well, one of those is I've also got another one I've started but not done anything with, and that's it'll be a Windows MP3 player, because it's so hard to find a decent MP3 player that does everything I want. So I thought, I'll flipping make my own. But I haven't done anything with it yet. I got so many Explorer tabs and things open at the same time because it's what I do, and I got browser tabs open, and I got my slideshow app which runs in HTML page with Ajax locally that helps me with my language studies. Yeah, the videos I was watching last night before I went to bed was Crash Course Linguistics, the Complexly channel, Crash Course. That's brilliant. That's a brilliant channel. Linguistics, that's what I was listening to. Might prepare me for going back to university. Going to university. So I told my father this morning I'm going to university, because he's totally indifferent. He doesn't care. He just thinks, oh, the computer's broken, I don't care. But I have to try and find a way of telling him that how much it means to me and the computer means to me, and I need to do my projects on there. Indeed, with my year away, still possibly Kyoto, I was going to remote into my own machine and still do all my projects on the main machine at home. It just feels like it's all been taken away from me. It's not just social media. It's everything I do on there is my home. I got all these picture collections, and I love just sitting there and going through my pictures, going through my own pictures. It's maybe normal people don't understand that, and it's just filled my heart, and the places I've been, where I've gone, and things I've seen. I've got all my photographs on there for years. I got piles of hard drives there of all the stuff on them. I was going through those old hard drives not so long ago. Hopefully I can get it all back with a replacement power supply tomorrow. So I've got 2 chocolates left. My mother likes Fry's chocolate, so I'll have to take Fry's back to my mother. I've got fig rolls, and I've also got a pack of Doritos. What else have I got to talk about? Oh, I've just gone back to flight radar, and I'm still tracking the C-130, and it's currently over Peterborough. So it's going. So they came transatlantic, and now they're going that way. So parted 36 minutes ago. Currently at 20,100 feet, 249 knots ground speed. Don't know where it's going. It still says destination not accessible. Oh well, I'll get rid of that tab. So I want to talk about my Limerence again. That's what she's who I want to talk about. I do feel as if she's been taken away from me again. I just feel lost. Yeah, I got to get a desktop back up and running. Maybe that's the first thing I do. What am I doing? Because I want to send a video and say, can I meet you for a coffee sometime? Even though I can't afford to go there right now. See, I feel myself getting upset now because I've had an upsetting day today, and I just feel my heart just thinking about her. My heart aches and my heart hurts. Send her a video. Even when I can get the funding for university. I mean, I've worked out I need less than £8,500 to last all year. That'll cover all my yearly expenses, and the funding I get can possibly be more than that. And the money I can use over that, I can use just to go and visit her. Just say, I'll take you for a coffee or a tea, or walk along the river. That's what I'd like to do. Is walk along the river. Walk along the river with her. And spending money on Doritos and fig rolls and knickknacks knickknacks is like a type of crisps. And what else do I have? Fry's chocolate. Doesn't help, does it? It just decreases my money. I was tempted to enter some lotteries this week, but no, I didn't. I even had stuff in the basket, tickets in the basket. But I didn't enter because I need to save my money. Just tearful. Tearful thinking of her. The car has issues. The car's got a slight coolant leak. The car has a slight oil leak, but only slight. And it's rusting in places badly. It's 30 years old. Over 30 years old. You know, I can still say I wish my life hadn't been turned upside down and people did bad things to me. But I'm dealing with what I've got now. I'm dealing with what I've got now by sending my life into a new direction. Getting an education like this, it'll be good. It'll be good. It'll be a way of improving my life. But I gotta stick with it. I gotta stick with it because I know it's going to be hard. It's going to be, I mean, maybe it'll be easy because I already, more than the first 18 months of education, I've already done already in with my personal tutor, because I had 3 years I had a personal tutor. I hope I can do this. I hope I can do this. Because I can't... I've tried to do so many different things in my life. I've had... I mean, I had a career over there. I loved aviation from a young age, and I wanted to work in aviation. I've worked over there. I've worked over... in 2 different places on this airfield. I've worked in other airfields. Maybe I could go work in another airfield, since I can't come back here. Because what happens when my life was destroyed again? They won't let me work here again, even though it's not my fault. And my old employer seems to want me back. But there's other people. Let's not get into it. Let's not get into it. See, I'm thinking now that once I'm on the university course, then and I'm sure I've got a path ahead, then I'll start maybe make a video like that, or I can talk to my limerence. That's when I'll make a video to talk to my limerence, because I know I've got a stable life behind me. But I know when I get to that point, I'm going to move the posts again, saying, "Oh no, if I'm just a little bit more, or once I've done this test, or once I've passed this, that, or the other." Or I've just got this thing in my life, or something else is better. And I'm always moving it all the time. It's like, I want to make a video for my limerence. I want to make a video for my Loverence. Yeah, the Loverence is a word that I came up because it's a limerence attraction where, because there's a lot of people who are limerence who claim they're in limerence, but they only have a physical attraction, and I don't want to be associated with those, because the Loverence is a word term I came up with. So it's a limerence attraction that's intense, but physical is not the primary drive of it. It's an emotional attachment. I don't think I have the vocabulary to explain how I feel. That's why I came up with the new word Loverence. Yeah, I tried to do better things in my life, but nothing. Everything just fails. Everything fails. Everything gets taken away from me, and just when things are going well. Like in 2020, this place, and I finally raised enough money to go overseas for the first time ever. Well, not first time ever. I've been to Paris before that. Yeah, but the first time flying overseas, and an adventure to Corbair for the first time in 2020. And it was just as COVID was hitting, wasn't it? And my first flight was cancelled due to COVID, and then I found another flight, and I managed to go away. And anyway, when I come back, it was like there's only a handful of people on the plane. There's only in the whole section of the plane, I was the only one there because people weren't travelling. And of course, when we come back, within a week, we're all locked down. Because I had other plans then in 2020, because it was before I became limerent. And I had plans that try and put things out. I'd go on social media or go on some of the Forever Alone groups and say, does anyone want to go on a holiday and just go on a holiday together? Anyone else who's forever alone want to go on a holiday together? And it was one of the things I was planning. Because in 2020, I had a free holiday stay with for buying tyres for the car, Michelin tyres. And I thought I could do that, then I could pay for a couple of days, and then we can reduce the costs, and we can go on holiday. And I was planning to go to Llanberis. And I was sending you anything else, and want to come on a holiday with me? I mean, I could still do that. Now I came back here, and it was brilliant back here. But then because the teams were smaller, and I thought it was only nice people on teams, but it turns out it wasn't. I don't want to get into that now. And things were going so well. Things were going so well for me. You know, I was earning money and I could see a future for myself before my life got destroyed again. And now I spent so much time in depression this time, struggling to pick myself up. I mean, it was suggested last year, actually, or I suggested it to someone in UC that I could go to. It was last September. It was last September. I said I wouldn't have minded going to university this year, and they said, "Oh, you can still go. You can still go if you try it." But no, and I wanted to prepare. Well, I decided, when did I decide? It's got to be March, April time. It's been a slow decision this year to go back to university. It's been a slow decision. I arranged a meeting with the tutors there, and they were really kind, and I felt I got on well with them. Yeah, I'd like to go back because I need a different direction in life, and looking for another minimum wage job that I hate is not going to send me in a new direction in life. It's unlikely to send me in a new direction in life. I'm still going to be struggling with maybe I'll still be struggling in money in university, but it'll get me a different circle of people I know. It'll expand the circle of people I know. You know, honestly, there is a pull that I need money. I mean, maybe money will come from live streaming Kerbal Space Program in the nights. Maybe it won't. I've actually got plans for not another channel, but streaming on one of my unused channels from my old Surface, actually. I won't reveal too much about that at the moment, but I had an idea. And I've done some prototypes. So I got some ideas of other YouTube income sources, but they probably won't get an income for years. I can feel my heart being weak, weak. My heart is weak. At least I've got no tears in my eyes right now. Just thinking about someone who means so much to me. And all she knows is my name. I think places have feelings. I think you can get a feeling for a place. This is something that I'm hesitant to talk about because I'm not sure if other people understand. It's very spiritual. Mind you, there's a few people who YouTubers who seem to be who might understand, and they're more spiritual than they let themselves out to be. Like Kermit Weeks might understand, or Neil Oliver or something. Someone who more in touch with the spiritual side as well as being very professional. But I find places have a feeling, and I want to go to these places to feel the feeling in those places. You know, people talk about ghosts and spirits and that. But I think there's feelings that are attached to places, and that's what I feel, what I seem to be in tune with, or I think I'm in tune with. Go to places and I have a feeling. And I just like to. That's part of my tourist. That's part of my travels. I want to go to a place and feel the feelings. Feel the feelings. Anyway, shall I go back? The feeling, the words going, the thoughts, the words coming into my mind right now is to tell me Limerence. I want to tell her by name. I want to say her name out loud. But this is going public, so I can't. I cannot. Just tell her that I love her and I want to get to know her better. I want to get to know her better. I want to know you better. Anyway, let's go back. I'll go back.